out there, my people, my people, my people. Hope everybody's having a good day. You are now tuned into Cousin Dilly. Uh, Talk Dilly to me. Today I'm gonna, I just want to speak on, I'm like everybody else. I want to speak on stuff too. Uh, so I want to talk about John Moran situation. I'm kind of late. Uh, uh, I like to watch a lot of sports talk and a lot of YouTube, and I'm just, I'll be all over the place. But I was influenced to uh, start doing live videos and stuff like that. I got influenced by Kwame Brown. Uh, you know, he came online. And he was doing some videos, and then some people, got on his bad side. So he just started going in on them, and I liked I liked some of his takes. Some of them I don't agree with. A few of them I don't agree with, but that's cool. Uh, and So I was influenced by him to go live. So I keep up with him a little bit. Watch a little bit of him. I'm on Twitter messing around, all the social media sites, just looking to see what people say. And I'm a big sports fan, if you want to call it that. So Kwame Brown situation with Kwame Brown right now, he's in a dispute with Shannon Sharp. Um, Kwame Brown is an NBA player, if you didn't know, drafted number one. According to so-called people, he's a bust or whatnot. Uh, According to a lot of people, he's a bust, and a lot of people, in my opinion, are just going along with us, going along with other individuals, if they're saying it. You know how it is. If you don't like somebody, you say whatever you can, or you don't go join a crowd that's saying talking negative about them and whatnot. But in my opinion, it. I never knew Kwame Brown. I mean, I knew that he got drafted and stuff, and I knew how how supposedly his NBA career wasn't what it's supposed to be, being the number one overall pick out of high school. And this kind of ties in with the John Morant a little bit. You look at my opinion, a man, high school, a boy, 18 years old, 18-year-old kid goes into a workforce with individuals that are from 20 years old to 40 years old, not counting the coaches and the trainers and the owners and the personnel and the equipment people, not even counting those people that's been there for years or whatnot. Um, Number one overall draft pick. Um, uh, Had a played 10, 11 years in the NBA, which is the highest level of basketball you can play, regardless of what anyone says or thinks about you. And my take on the number one, I mean, if you call Kwame Brown a bust, if you look at all the number one overall picks in the NBA, if you have 50 picks of that are number one, I'd say you could probably assess to say that out of 50 number one overall picks, you probably can say 35. You could call 35 of them bust if you want to call it. You want to use that word. But anyway, so keeping up with Kwame Brown, they've been talking about him for years and years. And he's still irrelevant. He's still relevant after being drafted 20 years ago, number one overall. Uh, I like how he moves. I like, he's not flashy. He's not, stealing. He's not, one of those older players that get out of the league and want to be seen for whatnot reason. I do say that, when you get a little fame, far as more as this YouTube stuff, you do get out of, you do get to acting a little differently, but that comes with the territory. So Kwame Brown made a take on LeBron James. LeBron James and the Lakers got swept, of course, by Denver, and Kwame Brown made a take about LeBron in the game or whatever, just like everybody else. Well, Shannon Sharp takes it upon himself, in my opinion, to really get out of character about the situation. You know, He made comments stating that Kwame wasn't qualified, basically to say that Kwame was a bust. Kwame don't know what he's talking about. Uh, uh, Kwame, he's like basically a hater. Uh, Now Shannon Sharp played football. He was an NFL football in the Hall of Fame. He's a sports talk analyst on Fox Sports. So he goes on and this rant. He was basically irate about the comment that Kwame Brown made. And if you looked at it, you would have been like, "Dang, what in the world's wrong with Shannon Sharp?" Shannon Sharp he has a great love for LeBron James, which a lot of people do. And if you was to ask LeBron James, he's been playing basketball his whole life. See, I like to let people speak for themselves. LeBron James has been playing basketball his whole life. He's been getting criticized since day one when he walked into the NBA. He's got massive. He had to fill massive shoes, not just in his organization, but in the NBA. He had to fill the shoes of Jordan, and he had to fill the shoes of Kobe Bryant. He is the next. He is Jordan, Kobe, then LeBron. That's the shoes. That's how the shoes had to be filled. Kobe did fill the shoes of Jordan. He filled that void of the NBA of Jordan. He wasn't as pretty as whatever, but he filled the void of Jordan. Just like LeBron filled Kobe's shoes. Playing 20 years in the NBA, he's only 38 years old. Can't even compare to his accomplishments and whatnot. So if you want to talk about his accomplishments, they're above. But he's 38 years old. There is no way that you can say that LeBron James is the same player as he was 5 years ago, 10 years ago. So in the playoffs, the Lakers, in my opinion, got lucky. They ran into a they played the Memphis Grizzlies. They were out of control. They were out of sorts. The Memphis Grizzlies to me were out of sorts. They were. It was like the Lakers were a 2 seed and the Grizzlies was an 8 seed. That's how it looked to me. Ja Morant's all over the place. 2 or 3 players down. You got the defensive player of the year that's out here shooting threes from half court. Dylan Brooks is the only one, in my opinion, that had heart on the team, that played with heart on the team the whole series. He's the only one that had the nerve to say, look, LeBron James, yeah, he's great, whatnot, but I'm not really, I'm supposed to bow down to him? And that's why, the Dylan Brooks take, they was all, he shouldn't, don't poke the bear, brother, I'll poke the bear. What is the man supposed to say? You know what I'm saying? And then his teammates don't even have his back, basically. So Memphis Grizzlies, out of character. They were dumb. They were doomed from the day. So Lakers win that series. They go on to play Golden State. Golden State is tricky. Golden State's a good team, but they are a tricky team. They are a super tricky team, and they've been so tricky to win these NBA. They win their titles. It's been like tricky. It's like it's like a streak. It's just, I don't know. It's tricky, streaky. So they beat Golden State. Okay, so all the Lakers had. So then they run into Denver. Denver manhandles them. Denver takes them out. Denver, they didn't have a shot. They was close in some games, but that was all because Denver played silly and whatnot and was like basically playing to their competition. So game 4, LeBron James has the ball. Last shot, throws up a shot. Some going to argue was a wild shot, was not the best shot, could have got a better shot, should have passed it, all that. Everybody's going to talk about that shot. Everybody's going to say something about this shot, whether it's good or bad. So Kwame made it take. So here comes Shannon Sharp. Who are you to talk about LeBron? And what do you mean LeBron's not that good and whatnot? So this is my thing with Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp is one of those individuals to me that has gotten more attention as a person that talks than he did on the field. They ain't taking away nothing you did on the field, Shannon Sharp. You're a Hall of Fame player. If that's what you're gonna, if that's what we're gonna go, you're a Hall of Fame player. All right. So, but you got more attention, being a talk show host and whatnot. No one ever said they wanted to be like Shannon Sharp. I mean, I'm sure someone did, but that wasn't the buzz. Okay. So Shannon's got this thing that he thinks that, he thinks that he can just say what he wants and do what he wants. Prime example, the NBA game when him and the fans got into it. It was like, what are you doing, Shannon Sharp? Like, you talk about all, and this is the thing about Shannon Sharp. I like Shannon Sharp. I just think, he gets out of control. To keep saying that my grandmother raised me, my grandmother raised me. We know what grandmothers are. We know what grandmothers are. Okay, to keep saying that my grandmother raised me. You know what I'm saying? And to be a black man from the South, and you could have disagreed with Kwame Brown to the T, but you tried to insult him. You tried to insult him. You tried to belittle him. In my opinion, you tried to insult him. You tried to belittle him. You tried to make him feel less of a man and less of a person that made it to the NBA out of the background. And you've heard his story, Shannon Sharp. You know what the man came from. So if we're going to talk, so we should have been, I think you should have just been talking about the point at hand. Man, I don't know what Kwame Brown's talking about. But LeBron, he did what he had to do. He was basically carried his team. You got no show here, you got a no show here. Hell, what else was he supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Kwame's talking about. Kwame might be smoking this and might be smoking that. But Kwame, man, I don't know what he's talking about, because that there was, all you can get from LeBron at that time. Being that nobody else showed up, basically. He ain't got no help. He didn't have any help. And it's desperation. You're down 3-1. It don't even matter. It does, but you're doing something just to say you didn't get swept. But 4-1 is down there like a sweep anyway. So, Kwame, that was I don't know what you was talking about, but LeBron, if you're going to trust anybody at that moment, you got to trust LeBron. No matter what he does, miss or make, you got to trust him. You don't go into, you was a bust, and you all you do is farm, and you trying to go viral. That wasn't even cool, man. That wasn't even cool, because like I said, you're trying to insult him and you're trying to diminish him as a person and as a player. He played basketball, so everybody talks about this stuff. So and this is great. And you let your network, you let the networks, basically throw you out there to the wolves, because first of all, we're not worried about when Kwame Brown is on YouTube. He's not. Who is he to be? Who are we to? Why we're gonna give him? So y'all gave him the attention that he wanted. So evidently, with that being said, y'all still talking about Kwame. He's still relevant. He's still, he still got y'all ear, because in actuality, I know a lot of the stuff he says makes sense. A lot of the stuff he said does make sense. So, Shannon, I feel like you got this big head. You know what I'm saying? You got this big head. And it comes with the fame, man. You get more attention than you've ever got. You're sitting down with celebrities. You're sitting down with, you bumping levels with, some of the best players in every sport. Celebrities, actors, singers. You're in the rooms that you're in are probably, you probably never thought you'd ever be in those type of rooms, But at the same time, you don't bring nobody down when you're doing that, man. And like I said, I don't knock you. Kwame can get out of control at the same time, but it's just, you're on national TV. You know what I'm saying? You're on a national TV, and you're making these comments about a man that, I don't feel like you should have made. But that's just my opinion. I ain't nobody. I'm tell you what I did, Shannon, and this is what I did. I played 4 years of varsity football. I played 3 years of varsity basketball, and I played 1 year of varsity baseball. That's all I did. That's high as I got. So maybe I ain't nobody to talk about no basketball either. All right. So Ja Morant, this is the situation with Ja Morant. I want to talk about that real quick. Ja Morant, was on video 2 times showing a gun. So again, my thing is Ja Morant needs a whole new circle. Ja Morant needs to stay away from guns. Ja Morant might need to get into country music. I ain't gonna say get no country music, but he might need to tone if he can't listen to music and just chill and vibe and, feel good about it without wanting to do some extra stuff with it, it probably wouldn't be in his best interest to continue to listen to that music. Now, the flip side, Ja Morant is 23 years old, and I watch people and they're talking. You give a 23-year-old $250 million, he needs like this is what I say about these NFLs and the NFL, baseball, and NBA, NFL, NBA, the hockey, NHL, and the NBL. When y'all give these people all, there should be, and even with the teams, okay, you draft a guy, okay, here, we're going to give you this amount of money. Okay, so in your contract, it's going to state that you have to have everywhere you go, I want a security guard with you. Everywhere you go, I want a security guard with you. Everywhere you go, I want you to, if you go into a bar or whatnot, I want a driver driving you. If you're going wherever you're going, I want to protect you. Y'all supposed to protect your asset. These contracts y'all giving these cats $250 million. Jaylen Brown's about to get almost $300 million. Some of these cats need the guidance. Some of these cats need this structure. So, not to say that y'all to blame, but that would be major. The brother, I don't even want to get into issues as far as more as drinking and driving and stuff happening, and when people drink and drive and people start assaulting people when they start drinking and when they're around people. All that stuff has came in the NBA and the NFL and baseball and hockey, and nobody just like, well, if somebody was there, they could have stopped it. So if I'm signing you to a $250 million contract, in the contract it's going to state, one, we want security personnel with you at all times. They ain't got to be in your house. They're going to be at your house. They're going to be outside your house, on your premises, around your house or whatnot. You go on vacation, they go with you. You go to the store, they go with you. You know what I'm saying? For $250,000, bring them on. Bring the Secret Service on. I'm taking it. Okay? You go into the nightclub. Okay, boom. We got you a driver. Oh, I want to take my car. Now, why would you take your car if you're going to be drinking? Okay. Boom. Got you a driver. All right. Going to the mall. Security guards walking with you. You go into the barbershop. Security guards going to be right outside. Got to set up some kind of plan for them, too. Now, they got to take the steps for themselves as well. Ja Morant, I don't know you. I don't know nothing about it. I just know the situation, and I know how, if you get in trouble or you do something bad, here comes the wolves. And you look at it. Mark Jackson is an NBA veteran. I don't know if he's in the Hall of Fame. Was a coach. He's now an NBA analyst. He tweets out a negative comment or a negative thing towards Ja Morant. In my opinion, and everybody's got their own opinion. Everybody got their own way to make a joke or whatnot. But you are an older black man, and I'm gonna say you're at least 50 years old. Instead of making this instead of trying to get a like or a share or a giggle on Twitter or social media sites, why haven't any of y'all brothers called Ja Morant? And also, like, you can only do so much, and we got these older veterans. And Ja Morant, if you don't follow one person's blueprint, you can follow LeBron James's blueprint of how to stay out of trouble, how to stay out of scandals, how to stay out of the media, the negative light, and how to make you $1 billion. You could be a billionaire, dude, in 10 years. Don't know if that means anything to you, and maybe it don't. Maybe you want to be a rapper, and I don't think you want to be a street dude. You just. That's our culture. That's what we do. We bop. I mean, I've seen LeBron bopping, but he ain't got no dang on gun. James Harden bops it. James Harden hangs with all these cats, but he ain't rapping. He ain't bopping with no gun. You feel me? So it's all good. It's our culture. That's what we raised off of, and we know everybody knows somebody that knows somebody that's been in any certain situations or whatnot. You know somebody that's in jail. You know somebody that's been. Stephen A. Smith said it. I know somebody that's in prison for life. I know somebody that's been killed. I know somebody that killed somebody. I know somebody that was an innocent bystander. Gotta take them steps into getting yourself together, bro. And then you got kids looking up to you, and I don't get what's this Michael Wilbon. I'm not buying a pair of Ja Morant shoes. You don't have to, because The people that buy John Morant shoes are going to be white people. The white customers are going to buy John Morant shoes because they don't care about nothing as long as you can dribble the basketball. You feel me? So all this, I'm not buying my son no John Morant shoes. That ain't gonna. When he gets 5 years from now, he's gonna. I mean, when he gets his own money, you gonna tell him he can't buy John Morant shoes? Come on, dude. That's ridiculous. I'm. This is how foul we are as a culture, as a people. A man makes a mistake, so you tell me that I'm not buying his shoes no more. There are a lot of other individuals that have worse accusations or guilty of worse accusations than John Morant, and you talking about I ain't gonna buy his shoe no more. Come on, man. That's how wild we are, though. That's how I'm not gonna buy his shoe no more. Come on, man. Whoop de doo. That's all you could get on TV and say. So you're trying to. So like Kwame says, you're trying to. Yeah, like a lot of people say, you're trying to pin people back. You didn't have to say that. You did not have to say that on TV. I'm not buying John Morant's shoe no more. Why would you say that on TV? So you can get somebody else to say that? Oh, that's a good idea. Let's not buy a shoe anymore. Yeah, that's not. We're not going to buy a shoe anymore. But all these other individuals have way worse accusations than John Morant, and some of them even guilty. Come on, man. Talk dilly to me. Y'all be safe out there.